Hey everybody. In this video we're going to take a look at cooperative learning as one of the 9 strategies. Um, and as you remember, those strategies are organized into 3 categories. Setting the environment for learning, developing understanding, and extending and applying. And cooperative learning falls in that first category of setting the environment for learning. Um, the app that we're going to be demonstrating here is VoiceThread, and so we'll talk a little bit more about how that supports the strategy in a second. So some background points about this strategy. So the cooperative learning strategy is really grounded in social learning theory. So this is Vygotsky, the Johnson brothers, all those researchers. And so the general idea here is that students, by working in groups, working together, have the opportunity to reflect on their new knowledge that they've acquired, to process by talking and listening, and together to develop common understandings. Some of the elements of the model include positive interdependence. So this is the idea that when one team member or group member succeeds, everybody succeeds. What the book refers to as promotive interaction. So I think we can think of that as positive and meaningful interactions between group members. Um, they emphasize this idea of individual and group accountability both being important. So it's not just about the group succeeding, it's about individuals also contributing and having their own learning goals. Um, Emphasis on interpersonal and small group skills, and that the group has a processing um, approach. Um, as far as how this looks in practice, um, the, the real emphasis here out of those 5 really we're looking um, at focus on the positive interdependence idea that we all succeed together, and then secondly on really to emphasize individual accountability, so that each group member's contributions have to matter. They suggest that having a small group size is going to be best, so no more than 5 students, and that using the cooperative learning strategy is really it means that you have to approach it consistently and systematically. It's not something that you just sort of throw out there all the time. An example of this being used in kind of a 21st century learning mode. If, those of you who may be familiar with the flat classroom project that Vicki Davis and Julie Lindsay started back in, boy, the mid-aughts, back in around 2006. And I'll jump over here to their website. They've got a few things here that you can check out. Um, but so in addition to the flatclassroomproject.org, there's also a whole set of companion websites. But this is just a really great example of teachers getting together, networking classrooms together, and students working cooperatively and collaboratively around global issues. So if you're looking for good examples of cooperative learning, this is a nice one. Back to our notes here. Um, so for our purposes today, we're going to take a look at using VoiceThread, which is another Web 2.0 service. And basically, what VoiceThread lets you do is create a conversation space, have a discussion um, around a photo, a video, just about any multimedia artifact that you want. And many of you, again, are probably familiar with VoiceThread, but you can find it at voicethread.com for to see a digital gallery and to see examples. Um, and there are education licenses available that let you manage student accounts. Um, so let's take a look over there. On the app side, what VoiceThread looks like is this. So I've created a VoiceThread here, and it gives me this sort of editing page. Um, within the Here, let me stop this for a second. So so in this scenario, I've created I've uploaded an image. This is a painting by Henri Rousseau, um, and then I've given a voiceover. So let me give the voiceover as the teacher. I'm giving my students some direction here. This painting by Henri Rousseau called "The Sleeping Gypsy." It was painted at the end of the 19th century, and I'm curious what you notice about it. What are some of the details that you see, and what do you think those details tell you about what's happening in this painting? What do you think this story is all about? So I've given some direction to my students, and I could, in terms of how this might support cooperative learning strategy, what I could do is I could give each of my students in each of the team members could have a separate role, and so perhaps I might ask one student to talk about the use of color in this painting, and maybe another to talk about line, and a third to talk about shape. So you could break that out in different ways. Um, we have one student has given a text comment here. She says, "I see someone lying down. I'm not sure. Is she sick or something? Will the lion eat her?" So this is just some overall impressions. Now, if I take the role of a student right now and I want to add my own comment, I could do that either writing um, a text note. I could do that as an audio note, or I could do a video. So let's do a quick video here. So I think that the rainbow colors on the gypsy's robe say something to me about life, and in this larger painting where maybe it seems like it's about somber uh, death type themes, that I think that this is saying something, going against the flow, saying something about life. Who knows? So I've just added my. So I think that the rainbow. So I've just added my comment there, and you can see it starts to play it immediately. So this is VoiceThread. You can see that you can have a very sort of free-flowing discussion. Every voice has an opportunity to be heard, um, and um, and hopefully that's one way you can support cooperative learning. So look forward to seeing what you come up with, and and what apps and strategy ideas you have.